Okay, I hope you're not watching these one right after the other real fast, like I'm recording them. But I only have one more day in this building and then I have to be out of here. So I'm going to do an example of bad credit Julianne and good credit Mary Beth. Now, if you ever meet my sister Julianne, she doesn't have bad credit. She's pulled her life together. She's doing very, very well. But just because I need to remember the names, I have bad credit Julianne and good credit Mary Beth. All right, so we're both buying houses. We want to live near each other, so they're very, very similar homes in the same neighborhood. They're both worth $250,000. Maybe they're townhouses or whatever. If you live in a fancy house, you're probably thinking, where can you get a house for 250,000? You can buy some nice little townhouses for 250,000 in different parts of the valley. Neither one are going to pay points because we want to make it simple. All right, I'm going to put 10% down because I saved my money and I have some. Julianne doesn't save her money, so she's got no down payment. Again, not true about Julianne. I'm just making this up. All right, I have good credit, so I got a 3.25% interest rate loan. She's got a 7.6% interest rate loan. We're both borrowing for 30 years. So let's go ahead and do each of ours. I'm going to do Mary Beth first. So Mary Beth has $250,000. So she's putting 10% down, which is $25,000. So she's only borrowing $225,000. So I'm going to turn on my app and I'm going to enter it. And now I have a 360 month payment. By the way, that's because it's 30 years times 12. If it's a 25-year loan, it's 25 times 12. If it's a 20-year loan, it's 20 times 12. 30 years is pretty much the standard for most loans right now. All right, so I have 360 months of payments. My interest rate is very good, 3.25. My present value is $225,000. So my N is equal to 360. My I is equal to 3.25. And my present value is equal to 225,000 because I put some money down. And I'm paying off the loan to zero, and so my payments are $979.21. All right, so Julianne, we're going to do the same thing for Julianne. Her N is also 360. Her I is equal to 7.6. And she's borrowing, her PV is the entire amount, $250,000, because she doesn't have a down payment. Okay, so we're going up here. We're going to change hers to 7.6, and we're going to change that to 250,000. And now we can calculate her payment. It is $1,765.19. Wow. Look at how much more she has to pay every single month than her sister does because of her good credit. Now let's figure out what they each pay over the life of the house. So 979.21 times 360 plus the down payment of 25,000. So that's what I'm going to pay over the life of the house. By the way, to get out of the TVM solver, I just put second quit. So I've got 979.21 times 360 equal, and then add 25,000, which was my down payment. So I pay $377,515.60 for this lovely home that I'm going to have for 30 years, and it's going to go up in value. Julianne, on the other hand, she didn't do a down payment, so I don't have to worry about that part, but she's going to do 1765.19 times 360. So she's going to make her payments, and she's going to pay $635,468.40 because she's got bad credit. Wow, that's a huge difference. That is, let's just subtract here real fast. That is $257,952 more than her sister Mary Beth is paying. Isn't that crazy? So Julianne realizes that and she goes, oh, I should have gone to Paris and used up all my money. I should have saved like my sister Mary Beth does. I should be more careful. I should pay my bills. And I said, hey, it's not too late to start, but we're buying the houses now. She says, I know, but you can refinance in 10 years and cut your payment. So let's go and do a refinance on that home for Julianne. Right? So Julianne is now ready to refinance her home. So she paid $250,000. So I'm going to go back to her TVM solver, and her data is still in there. Good. So I'm going back to her TVM solver, and her payment was 1765. So I'm going to leave all of her numbers alone, except for now, instead of n is equal to 360, so 10 years goes by. So that's 10 times 12 is 120 payments have been made. Isn't that great? So she's made 120 payments. So how many payments does she have left? Well, that's pretty simple. She had 360 payments. She's made 120, so she has 240 left. So go to n equal and change that to 240. So I'm going to go up to her n equals. I'm going to change that to 240. I'm going to leave everything else the same and then go down to FV and hit alpha enter. Actually, no, I think I go down, my bad. I go down to PV and hit alpha enter. So I go down to PV, I hit alpha enter, and it is 217,462.83. Okay, so what is that number? That is what she still owes after 10 years. So she still owes that amount. She contacts her loan company and she says, hey, I have improved my credit score. I'm doing really, really well. I've got a better job. I pay all my bills on time. Could you please give me a better rate? And they said, yes, we could. The current rate is 4.3%. So she now goes and changes I is equal to 4.3%. And now recalculates payment. Alpha enter. Whoops, my bad. That was a 4.3%. And now go down to her payment and hit alpha enter. And now her payment is $1,352.41. She's just dropped her payment by about $400 a month just by improving her credit. Not as good as her sister's, but still much better than it was. So now, if she says, well, how much did I save then? She saved, it was 1765. Let me find that other number there. 176,519. It's now 135,241. So get out of there. A second quit to get out of the TVM. 1765.19. Subtract the 1352.41. She's saving $412 a month, which is $412.78 a month. She's doing that for 240 months. And that's $99,067.20. So almost $100,000 was saved by Julianne by improving her credit. So that's wonderful news. Now, let's go to Mary Beth. Mary Beth had a different situation. Let's go back to the TVM solver. I'm going to put Mary Beth's original numbers in. Her original numbers were 360 for N. Her original numbers was 3 point, oh, let me find it. It was 3.25. And she borrowed 225,000. And her payment was $979. So Mary Beth also is doing better. Her life is going well. She's thinking, I might retire early. I'd like to get this house paid for. And so she goes to refinance, and they say, well, the current interest rate is 4.3%. And Mary Beth says, well, that'd be crazy. I'm not going to refinance to a higher interest rate. No sensible person would do that. And so she decides instead instead of paying $979.21 a month, he's going to pay $1,079.21 a month. Let's make it even $1,100. He's going to increase her payments by $200 a month. And let's say she does this from the very beginning. She just says, ooh, $979.21, that's a great deal, but I can afford more than that. I think I'll make my payments bigger and see if I can save time on my loan. So we're going to go to her payment and put a negative 1179.21. She's just going to make an extra $200 a month. And let's go back up to her N, and to go to her N and do alpha enter on her N to see what her new N is. So her N was 360, and now it is 268.9. So let's say 269 is her new N, equals her new N. So if I take it out of there for a second, 269 divided by 12 is 22.4 years. Her loan will be paid off in 22.4 years instead of 30 years. So she's saving about 7.5 years. So if she wants to retire early, her house will be paid for. Doesn't that make sense? And this makes more sense for her than refinancing, because when she took out the loan, she got such a great interest rate, she's not going to want to refinance. And I'm going to stop there.